lost over 250 pounds combined with these top 5 weight loss habits.
We noticed that 96.9% of you guys are not subscribed and 3.2% are. So to the 3.2% that are, we love you.
For the 96.9% of you who are unsubscribed, we would love it if you would join us in this very, very meaningful conversation. That is our mission and our life's work.
Number 1, when I was 320 pounds, one of the best ways to get the weight off was to go to bed early and wake up early. And that can be really hard for people to break that habit of going to bed late or waking up super late. But the best thing to do is to maybe drink a sleepy tea if you have trouble falling asleep. And you just set timers on your phone for when I should be in bed, when I should be asleep by. And then you set an alarm in the morning. Sometimes you have to set 5 alarms in the morning. And then I use this awesome habit called the 5-second rule, which is where I'm really tired, my alarm goes off, and I'm go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I get right up. And I like tell myself that I can do anything for 5 seconds, and I can do anything for 60 minutes. And then right when I wake up, I brush my teeth and I work out. That could be really extreme for some people, but I've found it really helpful for me on my journey to work out first thing, because then I get it in and I get it done. I'm someone who loves checking things off the list. And if you're similar, you may really find this habit helpful.
In 2019, or 2017, the Nobel Prize was won by the scientists who studied circadian rhythms. And they did all this research showing that if you wake up early, you just lose more weight. If you eat earlier, you just lose more weight. And so honoring the sun, like waking up early and going to bed early, is a huge weight loss hack. It just seems so simple and so logical, but it's just proven by science. So it's something you can easily do. Now, I completely override my bedtime alarm. Just FYI. You know, it doesn't work for everybody in the same way it works for you. The morning alarm works for me. I totally love that. But the evening one, I was kind of like, well, I'm thinking about this show, or I got a conversation, or do this work. So you have to have some more, for me, discipline. And the tea helps, but I also like to do like breathing exercises. That really helps me to calm down my nervous system.
When I was a little girl, you told me to do those. You told me to do 10, and I usually was asleep by 15.
Yeah.
So I remember doing those. Oh, one more thing about nighttime. If you plan correctly and you're not a busy mom or anything like that, you can like put 2 or 3 timers, like 3 hours before bed. I like to do that because then I'm guaranteed to be asleep by this time, do my self-care, watch my show, text my thing, you know?
It's true. You have to have that like downtime. It's really important. It's the top thing that sabotages some of the top performers that I coach. Number 2, stop eating after 7. For some of you, that might just seem like a stretch, but I'm not kidding. It makes all the difference in the world. If you were to change 2 things today about your life, you could get up earlier, go to bed earlier, and stop eating after 7. It is a game changer. Penelope and I have lost a lot of weight doing this over the years, and my clients as well have found that if they can just stop eating after 6 or 7, they're gonna lose a ton of weight. Research also backs this up and shows that anything you eat, even the exact same foods, after 8 p.m. put substantially more weight on you, whereas if you ate those same exact foods earlier in the day, you would actually lose weight. So definitely try to get your last meal in by 7, but be sure you get enough calories in before 7 so you're not going to bed hungry, because that will jeopardize your sleep. We all know that walking isn't really enough to lose all of the weight. You got to step it up, but first step is taking a step. And did you know?
Studies show that walking 7,000 steps or more per day can reduce all-cause mortality by 50%.
That means less diabetes, less heart disease, less cancer, less obesity. That's amazing.
But even more so, if you can get 10,000 steps or more, you are going to be turning your body into a fat-burning machine. It seems really simple. Sometimes it can be really challenging when we're really tired or really busy, but a really great hack for you guys out there, especially for you busy people. Get on your work tasks that you have to do. Either get a walking treadmill desk thing, that's great. Love those. Or you can actually just walk in a circle. I know that sounds really weird. You may get a headache, but you can walk in a circle or walk around your kitchen or walk around someplace while you're on your phone. Because I see a lot of people on their phone standing up or walking.
That could be a hazard there.
So I know it could be a hazard, but I was walking in my dining room one day and I didn't realize it, and I was working. I was like transcribing things and putting text in, blah blah blah. And I realized that I got like a mile walk in, and I had no idea.
That's amazing. I was going to ask you, because I don't wear any wearable devices, so I don't count my steps. So what are some things people can do to increase their steps to get towards 10,000 a day? So for example, like, is 5-minute walks, like, does that help boost?
5-minute walks help.
Is that like 500 steps?
The faster you walk, so if you're jogging, running, walking at a faster pace, you get more steps in.
Oh,
so you could basically do less at a higher pace.
Yeah.
I do that in the mornings a lot.
When you do your housework days, like when you're cleaning and doing laundry and stuff, like how many steps do you get in just doing housework for
Like
your life?
7,000, 10,000.
Okay, all right.
Like if you're a mom and you're like doing house chores all day long, you're probably getting a lot of steps. And I recommend if you have kids or you're a nanny or something like that, like doing a lot of like physical activities with your kids and nannies and stuff like that, because then you get more steps in as well.
Yeah, definitely like parking further away from the grocery store or when you're running errands, that can also help you get additional steps in. And all of these things really matter. It's like you're snacking on exercise in a way and really reaching for that goal of 10K, which is challenging for someone who doesn't wear a device that counts them.
But you can feel it, to be honest.
That's what I was just gonna say. Are you reading my mind?
Probably.
Yeah, you can feel it like in the evening and it helps you to sleep better. And we know from research that when you sleep more deeply, you are going to improve your weight loss success and your weight loss goals. Deep sleep is absolutely critical, and taking those 10,000 steps will help you to sleep more deeply. It'll help you to burn calories. It'll help to stoke your metabolism. Now, we know that 10K steps alone isn't what has gotten Penelope to where she is.
No.
It has helped her along the way, but then she had to step it up. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely click the link in the description and we can chat more with you about how to do it, how to get it going on.
Number 4 is getting an hour of exercise, but I will say that exercise is not the only thing that will help you lose weight. It's just an extra bonus benefit. It's not so that you can eat an extra scoop of ice cream, because you actually can't. I've done that before, but I just ended up gaining weight because exercise doesn't give you enough room for all that extra stuff, and it's not really even good for you anyway. So,
well, that's not entirely true, but it's partially true. And you also harmed your metabolism by doing some of the yo-yo dieting.
some interesting things about getting an hour of exercise every day, though, is that when you do it consistently, you start to see results in your body, meaning like you see more tone, you're way more fit, you can go up the steps easier, you can go up mountains, you can basically do anything you want, and you're not out of breath or tired or exhausted. Your energy is more stable, and you're less hungry. I was mind blown when I learned that I was less hungry because I was working out. And the days I wasn't working out, I was more hungry. I was just fascinated by it, the whole system.
Yeah, exercise is like miracle grow for your brain. It helps to boost your gut microbiome. It helps to change your appetite, your taste buds. It changes your entire life.
And can we just talk about the amount of endorphins you get after you have a big sweat sesh? I am in such a good mood. I'm smiling ear to ear. I'm in absolute euphoric bliss.
Yeah, you got to change your state. I call it a state change, but there's a great book out there by Dr. John Rady, and it's called Spark. And it talks about how exercise is like miracle grow for your brain, and it can help you with depression and anxiety and ADHD symptoms. It can also help you to reverse Alzheimer's disease and other cognitive decline. It can help you to reverse your diabetes, of course. And there just is so much mounting exercise. And listen, if you're listening to this and you're feeling discouraged because 10,000 steps plus 1 hour of exercise is just so far out of range for you, don't worry. You can start today. You can just take a few steps after your next meal. You can just keep adding in them up every single day, and I guarantee you weight loss is cumulative. I know Penelope used to hate it when I would say that because she would get so discouraged when she'd hit a plateau, and I'm like, honey, just keep it up. Trust your body, trust the process, because weight loss is cumulative. And you work your way up. Like maybe today you're doing 5 minutes of exercise. That's different than the steps you're taking for walking. And then tomorrow you're doing maybe 7 minutes. And then before you know it, in 2 months, you're up to an hour of exercise. So I just want you to have faith, and I want you to have trust, and I want you to know that it's so innate that exercise is just an essential part of the human experience and how we recover our health, our metabolism, and how you lose weight naturally. One of the other weight loss habits that Penelope and I have used over the years is meditation. And there's a lot of research about how beneficial meditation is to your nervous system. One of the things we know for sure is that your nervous system is part of what creates the anxiety and what is impacted by the shame and the blame that we experience when we've gained a lot of weight. And recovering your nervous system and stabilizing your nerve fibers through a regular meditation practice is very, very beneficial. It helps you to see what kind of hunger you're experiencing. Are you bored or are you hungry? Are you thirsty or are you hungry? Are you sad or are you hungry? Are you frustrated or are you hungry? Like there are all these different types of emotion that we use food to soothe. And what we found is that the more you meditate and the more that you can look at who you're being and what your mindset is, the more capacity you have to make different choices. Because you're not like in the wave of emotion. You know, you're having some stability in the frequency of your brain waves and in your nervous system, which really makes you feel more whole in your heart. And this is a really big part of weight loss, because growing up in an eating disordered household with the 12-step program on the kitchen table from Overeaters Anonymous, I understand firsthand the complexity of weight loss and that it extends way past diet and exercise. Another habit that we have is loving food and finding really healthy ways to make the foods that we love. But this mindset piece and meditation piece is so, so critical.
Comment one of your favorite weight loss habits that you've used along your journey.
And let us know if you have any questions, because we love to answer questions and even bring them into other pieces of content and long-form YouTube content.
We're looking for 12 women who want to get serious about their health, lose the weight once and for all without Ozempic, do it naturally with a group of awesome women. You get exclusive access to us, and if you want to learn more, click the link in the description.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this content has been valuable for you.